guys, it's Kylie Draws here. So as you have seen by the video title, I will be attempting to make a 2D VTuber. If you don't know what a 2D VTuber is, it's basically trying to animate or rigging your drawings. Like you see here, I'm drawing a dragon. This is for testing purposes only. This is not a tutorial. I'm not very good at this. I have done rigging before on VTuber. I've made many actually. They're not really this channel related because they're for other things, but I really enjoy drawing the different characters and coloring them and figuring out where all the layers go because I like a challenge. And also just rigging the model in general is just really fun. So right now I'm drawing a random dragon. Does not have a name, just a random dragon. Because this would be really easy to rig, and I don't know. I might just give it to someone for free. Because it didn't take that long. It only took an hour in total for the entire rigging process and stuff, including the drawing. Also, I decided to go for a lineless look because I was looking at another artist's art, and I really enjoyed looking at lineless things because I don't know, everything just goes really smoothly and there are no bold lines. I still like doing the line art, just I wanted to switch things up a little bit. And now I'm trying to figure out where all the different layers go. I'm also not, like I said, I'm doing lineless, so I'm coloring straight on the same layer. And I decided not to do shading for this VTuber. I usually do shading for other ones. I just, for simplifying purposes, I didn't do any shading on this one. So drawing the VTuber took around half an hour. It didn't take very long at all because of how simple it is, but I did have a bit of a challenge trying to figure out where all the layers go and what order they go in. For more complex VTubers, I use a lot of layers. Sometimes I try to keep the layers I name them what they're supposed to be named. For example, if it's the head, then I name it the head, or if it's the hair, then I name it the hair. But sometimes I forget, and then problems start to happen, which is not very nice. I don't like it when that happens. And then I have to figure out what it is, and that usually takes a very long time. So now I'm drawing the eyes. I don't really have a lot to say about this, about the eyes, but just I kind of wanted to keep a really warm color palette and kind of a fiery one, cause why not? And yeah, the only other pop of color is kind of the horn, which is brown, but otherwise all the colors kind of go together. From my first VTuber, I think looking back, it looked pretty bad. I'm serious, it looked really bad. I had no idea what I was doing. I watched a lot of tutorials and then I went straight to it. But now I've improved a lot and I'm very proud of this VTuber and how the rigging turned out. I'm still learning how to rig my VTubers properly. And I am using the free version of VTube Studio, which doesn't really have all of its features. And now I'm just adding some finishing touches to the dragon. This actually took way longer than I thought. I thought that the dragon would take around less than half an hour. But I didn't realize how rusty I was at drawing lineless stuff. I'm not very good. I'm still trying to work on that. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about the coloring slash drawing part, except for that I really liked how the eyes turned out. I don't know, I wanted to keep the eyes really simple without them looking kind of like dead. I think I added the coloring to the eyes. Well, wait, that doesn't make sense. I think I did the eyes really well. I also have a habit to draw eyebrows now, which is good because I think I explained this in another video. I used to not really draw eyebrows on my characters, and that looked really weird, especially when I'm drawing kind of like dragons or scaly animals. I decided to only draw like the neck up because the full body would be too much, and I also wouldn't have time, and also this video would be very long, so that wouldn't be very good. But yeah, I don't have a lot more to say, so yeah, we'll move on to the next step, which is importing and rigging the dragon. So basically, you can't really see much happening here because my screen recorder isn't very good, and it can't really record all the different windows which are popping up, which is like all the stuff which I'm doing. So I'll just try to explain it to the best of my ability. So when I first import the model, I go and add a texture atlas, so then that makes sure that I can actually export it in the future. After exporting it, I realized that like the texture kind of got messed up or something. Something didn't work. I don't know, but like part of it was cut off. I fixed it, but like there's still kind of bits in the end. Doesn't really matter. You can just cover those up. It's fine. But I'm adding a texture atlas. Yeah, and now I'm adding like the kind of mesh, I don't know what to call it, the mesh stuff, so that like I can warp the parts of the dragon. I definitely did not prepare for this. So rigging it is very fun, and sometimes, not all the time, sometimes like it's really annoying and it doesn't go how you want it to be, and yeah, you get frustrated and stuff. But the more you rig stuff, like the more models you make, the better you will be, or like the more tutorials you look at, the better you'll be, because then you get to know like all the different buttons and stuff, what they do, and like all things. So now I'm working on the head and sorting all the different parameters into folders. So there's not much to say, but like the dragon's head moves up and down, so that's like the Y angle. And kind of like how parameters work, it's kind of like you have to add these keyframes. It's like animation, but also not like animation. So the keyframes, and then on one side of the parameter slider thing, it's like the most extreme, and then the other side of the parameter slider thing is like the least extreme, which is kind of like how it works. And then usually I add 3 keyframes for the head. I did that here. And basically VTube Studio, what is it called again? Sorry, Live 2D Cubism, sorry. Live 2D Cubism just basically does the other in-between stuff for you, and it's really cool. But it is a lot of trial and error. Well, for me personally, you have to like do a lot of testing and stuff. So you can see me sometimes like open up this thing called like the physics area, where you can test out how your model works. I do that a lot in this video because I'm always trying to like test things out, see if it works, and then changing things. I also learned a lot of new things, especially from looking at other models made by like other people. I learned that like I used the calf deformer tool, I think that's what it's called, on the neck to move the neck, because I thought that would just be easier. And like I also used the rotator to do other things. Yeah, there are lots and lots of buttons in this program. I haven't used all of them yet. I still don't know what a lot of them do. But anyways, I think that the rigging process went well. I don't remember a lot of what I did, because like I did it a few days ago after recording, before recording this, so I should look back at the footage and stuff to see how I did. But I think I did alright. You can see in the video, but the only thing which isn't moving is like the horn, or like individually the horn isn't moving by itself. Yeah, because it moves with the head, and also I made the ears wiggle, which is really nice, because I think it just like makes the entire kind of like movement come together and stuff. Also, I'm still trying to learn how to use physics properly. Oh no, physics. I don't like physics. They're very annoying to figure out how to use, and I only just like learned how to use them properly like a few weeks ago after watching many videos and figuring out why something's not working. And yeah, there's also a lot of things which you can miss while doing rigging. Kind of like a lot of different components and stuff. Also, I figured out that like you can kind of just like beat the system if you're doing the free version and there's not enough, like you're not allowed to add this certain amount of keyframes. Because of the free version, I learned that you can like use just like other things to move the parts, and it like works exactly the same. Also, all of this stuff which I'm talking about, please don't really just like take this to heart. I'm not a professional. I'm still learning a lot of stuff, and I'm still getting too many things wrong. So yeah. Also, I kind of like always keep the sketch layer when exporting or like anything, because in case I want to change something and like I deleted the sketch layer, then that's not very good, because the sketch, I don't know, and personally I think the sketch helps me out a lot. Yeah. I don't really have that much to say about rigging, because it's like all in the video. But yeah, here is the finished model in VTuber Studio when I exported it. I really liked how it turned out. Especially, I'm very proud of the eye blinking, the head moving, and like the kind of mouth opening, because I always struggle with like trying to like kind of make the mouth work on dragons, because I usually draw dragons with their mouths closed, and when I draw dragons with their mouths open, then they look really weird. But I'm really proud of how it turned out. And yeah, that's all for this video. Yeah, so I'll see you all next week. Bye!